report now.
Very important, and I will try to make minutes.
So write down membership
We will finish the advanced pacing course during June.
camp. June camp 22. We don't hear you, Sharif.
June, in June, and the first 2 weeks in July, we will finish the advanced.
Okay, so we'll have about 2 months before the meeting to run any exam online or on site, anything we can do. We have to finish with this so that people would study and know that our courses end by exams. So with Jilani Sharif, choose the date for the online exam. We can, I can make it. Yeah, I did it before for many years for many students, but we know that we cannot make this. We cannot prevent them from cheating, but at least they will start. At least
Yeah, it will be open book.
so we have to define the date for the allied profession exam and for the advanced pacing exam.
Advanced.
We can make another exam also for basic pacing, no problem. We can make these 3 types of exams so that people then start to look for workshops, hands-on, active training in the CAS lab. But without this theoretical knowledge, also for the pediatric, we didn't have an exam for the pediatric, David. We can run this exam also.
Yeah, it's been slow for me. I just still don't have all the names of the people who presented. Maybe you and I can work on this offline.
We don't need them.
Okay.
If we have the subjects, we can make any questions.
Okay, let's try and work on that this week, Mervat, if you can help. I'll send you something.
Okay, I have the next week. This is our pilgrimage feast, which is starts by Thursday, ends by Tuesday. So I'm free all week. I will be on the beach, so don't worry.
Okay, I'll send you something so that we can just get this done. It's sort of part done, and I'm trying to figure out who all the lecturers were.
We can ask Omnia to help because she was one of the leaders of the.
If she has the time, it would be great.
I also have to. We have Dr. Osama Abdelaziz from Cairo University. He's very good and very helpful. He gave many lectures with you. Also, we have Rana from Alexandria. We have many active members. We can ask them to do the whole exam. You don't do anything. Just give me the. Don't worry. Egypt is 120 million, and most of them are doctors.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a priority, but I would like to keep talking about the executive committee because, as you know, no matter who the president is, they can't do everything by themselves. And actually, you need an active executive committee, and you need one that represents the continent relatively well. I mean, I really do think that we should be, as a group, thoughtful about who we ask and see if we can get them motivated. It would be really nice to get some West Africans.
Yes.
And Central Africans, and
yes.
Like Rwanda, there's not really the right person yet. Maybe Willie would want to do it, but maybe he's not an electrophysiologist. I'm not sure whether you think he's too young, but should we ask him? And then North Africa, should we get our friends from Algeria? And is there somebody else in South Africa? That's going to be really the heart of the action in this group, I think. Do you all agree?
I do agree 100%. And we have, as I said, we have to write this list, and then we have to, like I met someone from Mauritania, and he's very active, but we have to test them. Yani, how could we know that they are keeping? Some Egyptians were chosen as ambassadors with Sharif, and they did nothing. They didn't even attend any meeting. I kicked them out. And yes, so we have to give them like a test without telling them that we are testing them. See? Ask them to, yes, we'll ask them, please present a case because we are going to present it and if it is accepted, you will come to the meeting and so forth. This is how I think. Or give us a small presentation about how to help Africa to develop, and what do you think you can add to this without telling him we'll choose you to the exco. Let him be free. كده. No, I don't have time to give this video. Okay, bye bye. I don't have time to present a case. You are out. It's a simple request. If he doesn't have the time to present a case or to make a short video of his vision for African كده, we don't need him. معلش, this is tough. I know this is tough, but we don't want to get people who do not attend any meeting.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's important. And what do you think about keeping the office to 1 year so that we can rotate people out more frequently?
1 year? 1 year is not enough.
You
The
need
office,
to-
Yeah, I'm worried we
you
will
become president
exhaust
1 year.
the active people.
Okay.
We might be the only active people.
I
Yeah.
pull them.
Yeah.
I force them to work.
Mhm.
But this is life. Not everyone should be active, but he should, when he is asked to do something, he should do it. If يعني Muhammad Jamili from Morocco, I never asked him anything and he didn't do it, and he didn't do it. No, he does it. He does it perfect every time. So we already tested him. When I
That's
asked
great.
Sana Wali from Tunisia, I was in Tunisian meeting. She said, I don't have time. I said, okay, how about if you become the global in my place for the HRS, which is not a lot of work. She said, okay. So I will, when I will suggest her name to be the global leader in the HRS in my place, because my position, I think, will end after, yani, it's only 1 year. So this is the next woman in this global HRS.
That's great.
Yes. So we have to look for some good people, and I don't know, but we have rules of the exco, which is 3 years.
Yeah, but please ask her to be more active in Afra, because I think HRS has recognized Afra as the voice of arrhythmia in Africa.
Recording in progress.
Sorry. Yeah. Fine.
You have two machines.
Yeah, sorry. I just switched to my computer. I had to restart it. Yeah. So I think it would be nice for her to at least be more active in Afra so that, we can get to know her. Everybody can get to know her, that, okay, that's a representative and stuff. And then it carries on the image of Afra, because HRS has recognized us as the bona fide arrhythmia society on the continent that covers everybody,
Yeah.
and I think it's important to make sure that she's active in that regard. Yeah.
Okay, Sharif.
أيوة دكتور.
Yeah, please write down.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Write down that we'll ask some names whom we know, or from different countries to be represented in the exco without telling them to be in the exco. We'll ask them either to present a case or to make a short video about his prospect. We give him the time to record this about his. Do you think that you can help in the development of the African Heart Rhythm Society? ولا a very short question, but we have to know who we have to select and then send the question.
Yeah.
If you know names,
Select
Felix. If you know names, Ashley. If you know, I know someone from South Africa, a woman. We can add her. I know her. She's active. Those who record with me from different countries, we can take them. We
Does
can
he have to
approach
be a
them.
woman? Does he have to be a woman?
طبعا I am with women against men, as you know.
One woman, 10 men. That's not a fair election.
Mifet, who's the one from South Africa? Just for interest.
Yes,
woman?
I will tell you her name. The one who recorded with me the video, I will just write.
Okay.
Remember the names. South Africa. Kogomotso Daskam. She is not from the same state like you. Her name is Kogomotso Daskam. Should I send you her number?
Maybe send it. I'm not familiar with the name, so interesting. Yeah.
Yes, she's an active woman. She actually was coming to train with me in Egypt. She's
Okay.
an electrophysiologist somewhere in South Africa, I don't remember, but not in your place.
Komoto Moroka?
I will send you her contact now.
Okay.
Actually, I have
There are only
the name
there are only 20 of us, so name
You know
doesn't ring a bell.
everybody. Yeah, and actually, Brianna will send you the name of my resident for Wednesday. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it
perfect.
just responded
We're
to
gonna
me.
advertise
That's why we have
Thanks, Felix.
responded
No,
yet.
that's good.
Yeah,
I'll
I
advertise it
did
as soon as you
try
get.
to, yeah.
I send you her contact. Ashley, just send her any message and ask her about her.
Okay.
This is active. I said from Morocco. We have to ask. We have also want someone from Mauritania. I hope he does his duty, and we have to test him. But these two were already tested.
Yeah, you get them more active in Afra, let's invite them to some committee or something so that we can make sure they know what we are doing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Sharif, do us the case presentation stuff, and we can send to to whom we think is active to see how he. And during his presentation, we can ask him, "What do you think about the future of Afra? What do you want from Afra? How can you provide? How can you help with Afra?" I think these are the questions we need to know.
Okay.
Okay, write down back. Regarding the membership fees, if we get the bank account, or even in Rwanda when we make the bank account, you said $20, $20 for consultants, $10 for fellows and the allied professional. How about this?
That sounds
That
fine.
sounds reasonable to me. Yeah.
So write down, Sharif. The membership fees $20 for uh, any consultant, and 10 for fellows. You can send them drive at a meeting in one day. Yes, of course. Brianna wrote that we can send up membership drive. Yani, what's the meaning of membership drive? Where,
It means approach people to get them to be members and pay their money.
Like have a box and say pay $10 to
No,
become a
have
member?
it's like a group of people who attack the doctors.
Not me.
Offering it as your inaugural membership opportunity. If you have the rates set, so it's kind of your way to advertise it. And if you have your bank account set up by the time the meeting is, then you can have the money. You know, you've got active people in front of you, so it's a great opportunity to communicate that with them.
Okay.
Is that at the meeting or where?
Yes, at the meeting is what I was suggesting.
It's a great idea.
I mean, of course,
great idea.
You can start it sooner if you get everything set up, but when you have people in front of you, it's a great opportunity to market it.
And you can offer a reduced registration for the next year's meeting or whatever.
50% discount. Okay, regarding our cardiorism, we organize twice a week meeting with Lauren and Jilan, and I think they are doing good. The latest, we have to finish with the program. Muzahir and Hani are not doing their job. The companies started to respond like Columbus, the Chinese company, and they asked for a Zoom meeting, but we did not meet them yet. Also Boston, I approached Boston and I approached Medtronic of North Africa, East Africa, but they have not responded yet. We need everyone to be responsible for. Willie also is contacting the pharmaceutical company in Rwanda. I hope that we finish with these companies sponsoring the meeting in order to settle down. Yeah, David, you have a big job in Rwanda. The meeting is yours.
No, no, no.
I also contacted the Saudi. Please contact the CEO of King Faisal. We sent him a letter and he did not answer.
He's an Ethiopian dermatologist.
We know that he's Ethiopian, but that does not mean that he's not sponsoring. I asked my Saudi friends, whom you played with them rackets and football, and I met them in Tunisia. Actually, they're very active, and I invited them to come to the meeting and to find us some sponsor from Saudi. But I have to chase them.
Yeah, you know, Faisal is right now feeling very pinched with the budget, and so I'm sure they are they have no sense, no enthusiasm for donating to anybody.
Okay, type. Mesh. I will find some other routes from Saudi. So what do you think about running the exam in the hospital, the clinical exam?
I think it's possible. We'll have to work on it. I think we can get permission, but you know, it's actually not the hospital that will be the challenge. It will be the ministry. They like rules in Rwanda, and they'll make sure that everybody is checked off. I can ask about it, but I'm sure they will have 10 steps.
Is that what's the name of the guy who is the attaché to the minister, Brianna? You remember his name? We did a lot of interaction with him. I think they will be, because when we first of all talked about the meeting, they were excited that, wow, how many cardiologists are going to be visiting Rwanda? And I think we can also tell it to them that it may be a potential testing site in the future. You know, though we are going to move the venues of our meetings, of course, but it could be a potential testing site, and maybe if they see, and I think the way it thinks is that, wow, anything that raises the profile of their country, their institutions, is beneficial. So
That's good. Who are you dealing with? Do you know?
I can't remember his name now.
He was a state minister, or what was his role?
We dealt with the minister of state. I think they have two kind of, and then
they have two, yeah.
And then there was one guy who is like a doctor, but he's the operations guy. Yeah.
I'll look it up and
Okay.
I'll message you guys. I've got it in some old emails.
Okay.
Yeah. This was when we were preparing for last year.
Was his name Menelas?
Maybe Menelas. Is it Menelas? Yeah.
Fancy guy, nice tie all the time, smiling. Yeah.
Okay. He always smiles. Yeah.
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 Okay, well, we can talk to Menelas. He's easy to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah. He's easy, and he gets it. Yeah.
Yeah. Smart guy.
Yeah.
Actually, did you get a chance to get the response from the companies in South Africa?
Medtronic said no from, but they referred me to the major region. I think it falls in the Middle East, North Africa region. The South Africa, no.
His name is Usama?
I think it's Usama. Yeah.
Okay, so Usama, I contacted him in Tunisia, and he promised that he will do his best. He didn't say no. Last time he said yes, and he was about to pay, but then we canceled.
Okay.
So he already agreed to help, and when I met him in Tunisia, he also agreed to help, and I was tempting him by the workshop, and because he wants to sell the select اللي هي
Pulse Select.
Pulse Select. He wants to promote the Pulse Select in Africa. So I said I will give you even a presentation. I can give you a workshop. You can bring your programmer. You can bring your cryo machine. Or even videos. Or I promise him with workshop in the day of the workshop, and also any presentation about the Pulse Select. Do you use Pulse Select, Ashley?
It was just released this week, actually. So Medtronic is
What is
trying
it?
It's PFA for Medtronic's PFA system.
Oh, okay. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I used Boston last week, and I'm really I'm happy with it.
Of the companies, Boston was the only one that replied, they want to have a meeting, because Boston, I think, with their PFA system, I think they, doing quite well as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, the problem I think we're facing is the PASCO meeting is in the same week, and that's some people have said, is this the same meeting in Nigeria? It's obviously not the same meeting in Nigeria, but the PASCO meeting I think is in the same week.
It is on the
that we
same
have
week, yes, and we discussed this problem before.
Yeah.
But we could not move the reservation of the. We tried to change the arcade, but the arcade was not available, and the American booked their tickets and so forth. So we tried, but we could not.
But I see the Medtronic and Boston are sponsoring, and Novartis are sponsoring the PASCO meeting. So I don't know, if because they're sponsoring that meeting, I'm not sure how much funds are going to be available for the cardio rhythm. That's just the concern there.
Yes. But Osama did not say that he's sponsoring anything instead. Yeah.
I've seen on the website, the PASCO website, Medtronic, Novartis, Boston.
GELK. I know GELK sponsors a lot of events in Nigeria, but I don't know who their contact in the region is.
What kind? What's
GELK.
GE?
GE, General Electric.
General Electric. Actually, General Electric has many cath labs in Africa. They have one in Nairobi, in Aga Khan, where Jilan is. They have also Siemens. I don't know.
Yeah, G and Siemens, I think, yeah.
So we have to push for them to. I think they will not talk about pulsed field ablation in the PASCAR meeting. Are they going to talk about it to cardiologists?
I don't think so. It'll be
Can
mainly
let them know
stents and
Yeah.
interventional things.
Yeah, the interventional thing is big idea. I think we can maybe sell it that this is mainly targeted for electrophysiologists and arrhythmia specialists. And they need to be here. And I know we wrote to Boston as well. Even I was asking them if we can have some simulators for their PFA system. I know we have used the Pulse Select and we've used the Boston. I always kind of have a bias that maybe the Boston is a little bit easier design, So all of them have their pros and cons, So so we tend to work more with Boston. So maybe we'll try to push them again. Even they always refer us to the contacts in Africa. So whatever they can give us in the US is always smaller than what they will have given to if the meeting is here in the US. So, but whatever we get, we will, take it at this point. Yeah.
Okay, so you can talk to them in America. I talked to them. I talked to the African division also when I was in Tunisia, and they promised to. But we want reality. We need money to be dug into the conference, so we get assured that we want to also Brianna to reserve the hotel rooms. We don't want to go to Rwanda and find no rooms.
I need names of who the rooms are going to be reserved for.
Yeah, they need a room attached to a name attached to each room. Maybe you can reserve, maybe for those of us on the line, maybe two or so per. You can't stay, but they always say you can't stay in more than one room. If that is possible, and then we can just release once we have a person, we can transfer that. At least that will give us maybe, I'm just trying to see how we can reserve up to maybe 20, 25 rooms. Yeah. Though we need more, but do we have anybody that has registered that we need? Maybe from the people who have registered, we can reserve rooms for them? Did
Yes.
Lorraine indicate from the meetings?
This information is with Lorraine. Maybe I will meet her on Monday morning. I can ask her to write a resume about the number of registration. Sharif, write down this, please.
Yeah.
We can ask her to also to book the rooms in the hotel with the names of the people who registered, at least to get the rooms, and then we can change the names.
Mm.
I know she has a link in the registration form that goes directly to the Radisson Blue, like, so that they can register their own rooms. That's part of the registration form that she
But
designed.
I filled the registration form. I didn't find this link in the registration form. I filled it. She add it?
I saw it in the last week and a half.
Okay.
So I'm
Maybe
not
she
sure
added
if it
it.
was
Okay.
originally there or if it was
It
added.
was not there because I registered to myself, and even when I registered, they didn't ask me to pay now. So that was good that she can keep the names and everything, and then the payment can be done at the end, and
Yeah.
that was good. Oh. Okay. Mesh, I don't have anything in mind. We talk.
Yeah.
We talk about the next exco. We'll ask each one to give us a name, and with this name will be interrogated not as an exco future, but as what are you going to give to the AFRA. We also talk about the hotel and the companies sponsoring the meeting. Each one of us should do his best to get these companies involved and paying some amount of money. That's it. And the exam, we will have 4 exams for allied professional, pacing, advanced pacing, and pediatric. And David and I will finish with the pediatric exam. Okay.
Let me ask you, the other topic is a message that was sent by IBHRA, the meeting that they wanted to have with us. They sent the list of all the testing centers, because that will enable exams when we give it to have some type of a broader applicability. You know, if we co-create this exam with IBHRA, you know.
I did not understand what they want.
Did you see that email that I think you responded to the email?
I said that I'm ready for any time, and Salah said the difference in timing between us and America. So they did not give us choices of dates or time. They said
Yeah, I responded that the time should probably be something in the evening in Africa, and so that, because if it's morning, so that we can work out those times, or maybe weekend, I suggested to them. But I don't think they like the idea of weekends, so
yeah.
but we'll probably see sometime during the week, yeah. I think when we come up with a date, maybe we can come up with 1 or 2 dates, and those you want to be at the meeting, I think maybe, you know, this group should be there, and maybe Salah, yeah.
So the meeting is about what specifically, Felix?
You know, I think yeah, maybe Margaret can talk about it, yeah.
The exam of IBHR. You are involved in this, David.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wanted to meet with us regarding this exam. What I understood, that they are giving us lower fees for joining the exam, and what I understood, I might be wrong, some less specification of the exam. This is what I understood.
Yeah. Okay, great. Is it Dr. Who's the doctor we're dealing with from IBHRE? Is it Dr. Ford?
I think it's Chuck Love, the extraction guy.
Oh, yeah.
From Hopkins, and the assistant is, I think, Tracy Loft. And so I think Chuck Love heads IBHRA now. And they also want us to create some content that is specific to Africa, like maybe some of the cases actually as presented, that will probably, you know, how do you manage arrhythmias in somebody with, you know, EMF or some type of, you know, or what kind of arrhythmia do you expect to see in tuberculosis, myocarditis, you know, the things like that, that people at least, you know, so that, you know, and then some of the other challenging ways, you know, if you don't have a 3D map, how do you approach a wolf case, you know? I mean, you know, and because I think many of the fellows training in the US now, they they can't do anything without a 3D map.
It's true.
You know? So and it's not, it's like you're not doing EP, but they need to learn that, you know, and so everything is becoming more anatomic, less physiology. So and I think it's nice to at least create questions that shows no 3D. How do you know this is the you know sports, things like that, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
I like it. I think it's a little bit good discussion.
so we can add our own content to, and that's what I think. Margaret, I think that's my understanding in the discussions you're having with them at HRS. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything, Ashley, you want to say?
No, I'll be happy to help with that or attend that RBHRE meeting as well
Okay, very
to
good.
assist that.
Okay, I will add you to the email. Okay. Sharif? I هربت انت يا شريف. Okay, we can finish this
quiet
meeting.
today.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your time.
All right,
And
thank you.
I will keep you updated, okay? Thank
Take
you.
care.
Okay, bye.
Everyone.